Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Yes.
Even when
Wow.
over here.
It's funny. I'm the only one with a lag. For some reason, you two don't have a lag.
That's
which
awesome.
is very annoying.
That's
so I'm
so-
getting like
Well, you should just mute.
mute myself. No,
Or-
I love my own voice too much.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Textbook narcissist. I have to keep it going.
we're giving
Oh,
you a
you admit
solution
it.
to your problem.
I mean, not admit it, but fuck. Fuck.
We're
I just
really
like the sound of
unpacking
my own
some deep
voice.
things here.
Yeah, we just
no.
started. That's
We
crazy.
just started. Yeah. Real self-reflective, much like the song we're doing today.
Ooh.
We didn't start the fire.
No.
Not yet.
No. Before we get off,
I am gonna actually turn myself off,
Okay.
and then have you guys running.
PogChamp.
You're
Is
still
it still
you're
recording?
still recording you though, right?
Yeah, I'm still recording me. I just don't have the input monitoring on.
Okay, cool.
Too inside baseball, Maddie. We're getting too inside. You know,
What does that mean?
inside baseball.
Yeah.
It's like an industry term that people use when you're like pulling back the curtain too much, which is
Oh.
another industry term about like showing too much
I was
of
gonna
like.
say it just means when you're talking
backstage
about
stuff.
something in an industry.
I thought it was
it-
like backseat gaming.
Inside baseball?
Yeah, that's
No.
what that sounded like to me. Is that like
I do like that you thought of that, but no.
yeah.
Anyway,
Welcome back to This Ain't a Scene, It's a
we're
Podcast.
finally back, reunited, and
finally
it feels
back.
so good.
God, it's
We're
been
so
so
fucking
long.
back. It has been long. Like even
Mhm.
though, like we recorded the first 2 episodes, and then we went on the drugs tour, but like that was still like it wasn't like a real thing yet.
Mhm.
And like the last 2 weeks of the drugs tour was when those episodes came out, and everyone was like love the podcast while we were still on tour.
Mhm.
And I also saw you at the end of that tour,
Yeah,
and like the last show of that tour, your band played with my band,
yeah.
with our band, I should say. So like, I don't know. This time it just felt different. Also,
Yeah.
the tour that we just went out on felt way longer than it actually was.
I think it was a longer period of time. Well,
It wasn't.
no,
Yeah.
it wasn't. I'm stupid, but
the
like,
drugs tour was 5 weeks.
yeah,
And we were only out for like 3. Or
yeah.
something like that.
But yeah, I guess like we had gotten into a routine of recording every week, and then
Yeah.
didn't for 3 weeks straight.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know out in the audience. Y'all have no idea. Well, you do because we mentioned that they were backlogged. But you've only missed 1 week.
Yeah.
We have missed more than that. So,
Several weeks. Yeah.
So fuck you guys.
So go fuck yourself.
Go
you
fuck yourself.
Stupid ass.
Anyway, now that I'm telling you to go fuck yourself, I'm Dawson, he, him pronouns. And this time there are 2 people in the room with me.
Ooh. It's me, Carson, your other host. He, him pronouns.
No way.
And it's me, Maddie.
Yeah.
Maddie's
Not a
back.
host, but still quite a draw.
Quite a draw. Yeah. I will say that your episodes like get it's you, and don't Tom's episodes do really well?
Tom's episodes do good. I think the second best guest episode we have performance-wise is Whitney's.
Oh, okay. All right.
It might be because I called it Riz God Pete Wentz, but it
yeah,
also
that did draw some listeners.
it
for
also
sure.
might be because it's just a good episode, and Whitney Jordan is PogChamp.
That's true. That's true.
Um,
But our most guests listened to is Janafsis?
I think so.
Janafsis? Yeah,
Something
with
like
you.
Oh wow.
So
Maybe.
you are quite the draw. So
Speaking of Janafsis, some Fallout Boy news.
yeah,
They
no,
played
so
it for
much
the-
is so much has happened.
So much has gone down.
Lots of Fallout Boy happenings
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the time that
I gotta say, it feels like they're more in the zeitgeist than they were. Like this is the biggest they've been since, like reunion, since like the end of the hiatus.
it feels like Bandom's back a little bit, but I
Little
think
bit,
it's that
yeah.
there's like a new generation of like younger people that are
Mhm.
like I don't know. I feel like I've been with Fall Out Boy like my whole fucking life,
Same,
but
yeah.
now there's like 18-year-olds that are like now that are 10 years younger than me, if you can believe it. But they now have
Yeah,
agency and can
whoa.
go to Fall Out Boy shows and are like,
Yeah,
you know, And now there's like a whole. It's the kind of like the way that Taylor Swift is. I feel like Fall Out Boy fans are starting to become like that level of like being crazy right now.
I don't disagree with you. Yeah, yeah.
Which is good though.
It's good. Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
Rock has returned.
100% pure uncut cock.
They did nice. They did save rock and roll.
They did.
They did. They saved it again. They ruin it and then they save it.
Yeah,
Can't fucking believe it.
That's what they keep doing.
They
put
can't
out.
keep getting away with it.
Yeah, they quite literally can't. Yeah. Yeah. So they started the So Much for Tour Dust.
Joe's back.
Joe's back in the band. Although Joe's been back in the band since before the tour. He played the NFL draft show with them.
It's not Jover.
It's not
Jover. It ain't
We're
Jover
Joe
till
back.
it's Jover.
We're Joe fucking back.
We're Joe fucking back, dude.
Thank God.
For a little while, it was Joe fucking over.
Yeah.
They were hiring some fucking rando to stand off stage.
No, he was on stage. He was
Was
on
he?
stage.
Yeah, he was just off to the left.
For that UK tour, they did. He
They
was on
didn't
stage.
put a bag over his face or anything.
No.
He didn't have a spotlight, but he was there.
I want to say it
See,
was
that's dumb. What do you mean? Like, they don't put a spotlight on him.
I mean,
He's playing the damn songs. If you're up there and you're playing the damn songs, let the people see you.
I don't know. I didn't fucking arrange their lighting.
Dawson, you need to
fixtures.
fix this.
All right, I'm sorry, guys.
Get him. Yeah. You keep holding the mic in a weird way, and there's like a low hum. Keep it right there. Perfect. Awesome.
Now stay like that for the rest of the episode. Do not move a
She's
muscle.
focusing too hard. She's focusing way too fucking hard. Yeah, Joe's back. We're Joe fucking back. And Dawson, correct me if I'm wrong. And maybe this is just sheer total narcissism, but it feels like we may have had something to do with this.
You think you brought Joe back?
No. I think we had something to do with these setlist choices that are happening. Because they are very weird. They are very
weird.
strange.
They're very.
Very strange.
I have a theory about it.
It doesn't involve this podcast.
No.
Then
Not
I don't want to hear.
Not interested.
Not
Yeah,
interested
okay.
at all.
Then go fuck yourself.
No, go ahead.
I mean, it's not really a theory so much as it is just like really basic, I don't know, thinking. But like, I don't know. I think they're just doing these deep cuts. Like, obviously they want to, I guess. But like, I think they're realizing that part of that will be part of the draw to their shows, is that they haven't played a bunch of these rare songs in such a long time.
Right, yeah.
And that they can, like, truthfully, I was pretty like, whatever, I don't need to see Fall Out Boy. But knowing that I could see Janapsis live, maybe I'll spend $150.
Yeah.
Maybe that's stupid, but I think that they're realizing what they're actually worth, and it's not fucking songs off of Mania.
They've also just done so many shows where they just play the hits over and over again.
Yeah, it's kind of old. And also they're a band that, like, I feel like people who love them, like, go through their whole discography. Like, there's no people who are like just like those two records. Like, I don't know.
I've only listened to Centuries, and so I will drop $200 on this ticket.
They heard it on the football commercial.
Yeah.
So they...
Legitimately, I will say my aunt came to the last show of our tour, and we were talking about Hawthorne Heights, and she said that she would spend like a lot of money just to see Hawthorne Heights play their one popular song. And like, I'm just saying, like, I think casuals still come out.
Oh, absolutely.
But I feel like diehards, stans, real heads far outnumber the casuals at this point. They're also like,
in Fall Out Boy's case, maybe as far as like show going audiences, like it depends on like I don't know if you're making a comment on fan bases in general, but
no, just theirs mostly. I mean, it to me, just as someone who has been watching them do this for so long, it really does feel like they're bigger than they ever have been.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and like, you know, maybe not in pop music, but like with the amount of people at these fucking shows, I'm like, good fucking Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think they were doing stadiums and arenas like off like the last two records. Like, it just doesn't, like,
They were.
it just feels different. They're doing amphitheaters for sure, but like,
Well, I mean, I don't know. One of their biggest tour things was doing that Fall Out Boy, Green Day, Weezer.
I know, but
Well,
that's
that's
the
with
headliner.
Green Day and Weezer.
Yeah,
I know, but I
Green Day
mean,
was
that's
the
what I'm
headliner.
saying. It's not a good sample of what their actual headlining draw.
Yeah,
I know,
is
but
like,
this
but,
is
like-
their. Here we are at their headliner, and it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Big Mode.
they sold out like one of the biggest venues in LA. Like, it's insane. Yeah, they're going big mode. We should probably go over the songs that have been played. First one I want to point out is the Takeover the Breaks Over for the first time since 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be honest, I wasn't that impressed hearing it live, but
Oh, for real? Did you hear it live?
well, I didn't hear it live. Watching a video
Oh,
of them
okay.
playing it live. I also
Like,
have
were
some
you there?
pretty. As much as I love them, I have some criticisms of their live show. I feel like a
They're
little
just,
bit.
They're just
Alright.
four guys just getting up there and playing the tunes.
Head First Slide has
What's
So
wrong
true.
With that?
You're awesome.
What's wrong with that? What is wrong with
What's
it?
wrong with four dudes just getting up there having a good time?
Yeah, Takeover Breaks Over for the first time since 2017. Head First Slide has been in the set list, I will
Mhm.
say.
That's very dope.
That is
I'm very
sick.
pro any
Rocks.
Folly Ado songs being in the set list.
Play West Coast Smoker for the love of God.
I think it's coming. I think tonight. I'm going to say it tonight. I'm
Tonight.
going to manifest it. Tonight
Please
we get West Coast Smoker. live
Manifested
debut.
for a night that I managed to sneak in.
Maddie, your mic's doing the hum thing again.
Damn it.
I think
Maybe
you're
it's my
bending the
phone.
cable.
Could be. No, it's you resting the cable like that. There you go.
Yeah, you're bending.
You have
the
to hold the
cable.
mic. I'm sorry.
Can you believe this?
But the big one from the first date of the tour, the Chicago show, was Genesis.
which is fucking insane.
That's
It's
crazy.
fucking wild. Your hum's still happening.
I don't know what to do.
The hum goes on forever. Good album.
It's a fine album.
I liked it. Smile.
Maddie loves that band. I don't even know if she could tell you who made the hum goes on forever.
Isn't that? Oh my god. No, because I know I've listened to this. Why did? It's not Manchester, is it?
No,
No.
it's not.
I know I've listened to this. Why am I blanking? No, The Wonder Years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the latest Wonder
Yeah.
Years
It's the
record.
late. I don't love that band.
You do love that. You love the old stuff, right?
Yeah, I do love the old stuff. I grew up on it.
Night 2 of the tour at the Maryland Heights amphitheater in Maryland, the Hollywood Casino at Maryland Heights.
Whoa.
The ones that we got on that one were of all the gin joints in all the world.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that one is pretty cool.
I think what they've been like, cause somebody posted a comparison of like the 4 set lists so far. Like what they've been doing is they've been playing the same set list and they just have a wild card spot in the same
Yeah.
spot every night.
I think it's 2 wild
Hmm.
card spots because What a Time to Be Alive was not on the date before, and it was on this one.
Oh,
So-
what was in What a Time to Be Alive's place?
A cover, a Chicago related cover.
Ah,
Mhm.
well, they were in Chicago.
While
so-
they were in Chicago, and then Azura Amphitheater, Bonner Springs, Kansas.
Hardly know
Fucking
where Springs.
Z Market. Go fuck yourself.
Bonner Springs.
More like
Boner
Springs.
Springs.
Let's fucking go. Hum Hallelujah was the one in that, along with I'm Like a Lawyer and Sophomore Slumper Comeback of the Year.
Oh, cool.
Pretty good. And then
They really played I'm Like a Lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
I should
Patrick
look.
did it solo on piano, which is pretty interesting.
Oh.
I'm curious about that. I'm gonna look that up Because that song seems like it is so hard to sing live.
It sounded really good. It sounded like he was preparing to do that all night.
Oh, okay.
Probably was.
So, and then this one, we got Woodlands, Texas. Let's see these. Kintsugi Kid from So Much for Stardust got its live debut.
That's cool.
Along with they played Somebody to Love by Queen and also Take on Me by Aha for some fucking reason.
No, those are songs that you can cover.
And then the other night at the Dos Equis Pavilion in Dallas, Texas.
Why have you been naming
What?
all of these venue names?
It's funny. It's fun
The
to do.
Dos Equis Pavilion.
The Dos Equis Pavilion. They played What a Catch, Donnie.
Oh my god. I'm gonna kill somebody.
For the first time since 2013.
Probably myself.
I was going to say, I've seen that song live.
And then they played,
congratulations.
Yeah.
I was 13 years old and scared of concerts, so fuck you.
That's
you were
so
younger
awesome.
than that.
In
I had my
2013?
own money and drove myself in a car to go see it.
Oh, in 2013. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm silly.
It's like, I think I know how old I was that year.
Motherfucker.
Hardly
I was at
know
the
it.
second to last performance of that song.
Wow. Well, they brought it back, so
now no longer the second. I was at the third to last performance.
invalid now. Ratio.
And then the last one, for the first time since December 2nd, 2007, they played the Afterlife of the Party, which
Maybe that's the video I was thinking of that I was like, I was not impressed by that.
really, because I thought it sounded really good, but that might just be me.
Like I said, I have problems with their live show.
All right, well, let's get into that. What problems with the live show do you have?
Yeah, what's your fucking deal?
What's your fucking problem, dude?
What is my... No, it's that I feel like their records are overproduced and their live show is kind of underproduced.
Yeah, I don't think they play with backing tracks.
No.
Like there's no backing vocals in the tracks whatsoever. There's no extra guitar.
How did neither of them learn to, like, I mean, I wouldn't expect Joe. Why
Joe
didn't Patrick
Joe used to do some terrible backing vocals.
Yeah.
Why
It was
the fuck-
really fun.
They were really fun.
Yeah.
They were
hilarious, yeah.
awesome.
I mean, truthfully, I think backing vocals, any old person can kind of do it.
Yeah.
I've been trying to tell Dan, yeah.
You won't let me, but like, this is going to be a long pause. We can just keep going. Anyways. No, I know Pete Wentz wishes he was a pop star so fucking bad. Why hasn't he gotten some
He is
vocal
a pop star. He just doesn't sing.
or
Yeah.
play bass?
Or play
Ayo.
Hey.
Heyo.
Yeah, we don't know if the bass is tracked or not. Yeah, we're unsure about that.
But I'm just saying that there just needs to be some other vocal layer. I honestly wouldn't even be that mad if Patrick backtracked his harmonies and like
Oh no,
some backup
I mean,
vocals a little bit.
Fuck, like we've toured with bands that backtracked harmonies and it sounded fucking great. So like
I would so much rather shit just sound good.
Yeah.
And like honestly, do they even like play to a click or anything? Or I
They
don't know.
it's definitely to a click because there's some auxiliary instrumentation that are in the tracks. Like, for example, when I saw them on the Hella Mega tour with Green Day, it was the first time they ever played. That was like the tour debut of them doing Thanks for the Memories with tracks. Because normally he
Interesting.
just like palm mutes that beginning, but like those strings and those horns that were in the beginning, it's the first time I'd ever seen them do that with those like backtracked. And it sounded really good, but there's still some stuff that they just refuse to backtrack.
I don't know, like kind of respect, kind of. I'm
Yeah.
also just like, I'm very like if you're at that level, if you're playing amphitheaters and stadiums and stuff like that, it's hard to sell me on that 4 instruments and 1 vocalist can fill that room up. You know
For
what
sure.
I
I
mean?
mean, like,
I don't know.
I would chalk a lot of it up to like they've just been doing it the way they've been doing it for so long, and they're able to put like, because I will say like the show is always visually pretty interesting. Like the Hella Mega set like had like a storyline along with it, and there was like video snippets between like every single song, which is why the set was so short, which is a little annoying, but that's fine. Like they were only playing like I think like 15 songs on that or something like that.
They got a big old dog this time.
27 a 27 long dog.
27 long.
27 long.
27 what long?
No. Yeah. 27 dogs.
27 dog long dog.
Episode title? 27 dog long dog.
Everybody's gonna think you're talking about 27.
Oh man,
no,
that's a good point.
No. Okay, back to the topic, though.
Of the dog.
Of the dog.
No, not talking about Focus, Dawson.
Okay.
Back to Fall Out Boy.
Well, okay. I think I could chalk a lot of that up to them just like not wanting to change up how they've done it, and like also you can't deny that like Patrick Stump isn't a great live vocalist post hiatus, and like. You were about to make the pre-hiatus point, weren't you?
No, I think he's. I mean, in the like Infinity on High era, he sounds terrible live, but
he sounds fine. He sounds passable.
Ooh, the Live in Phoenix songs sound rough.
Maybe it was a bad night.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I've watched a bunch of live videos of them.
I don't really have a dog in this fight. I don't be watching live.
You don't
videos.
have a 27 long dog.
I don't have a 27
you don't
long
have
dog.
A 27 dog long dog in this fight.
I don't.
No. Okay. Also, conversely, part of my problem with the underproduction of the live show is that their records are overproduced vocally. He won't like
definitely now more than ever.
Oh yeah,
that these newer records. That's part of my problem is that I'm like, why is there this like cognitive dissonance between? Because clearly you do not want to release a song with Patrick's voice on it that doesn't have this like arena rock like multi-tracked harmony like choral effect to it. I don't, but you know what I mean? But then he'll like sing those same songs live, and I feel like they'll kind of fall short because I don't know.
I feel like it might be different if you're there, because like you can only get so much of the impression of a live set from a video. Like depending on how good the video is, you can get a really good idea of what it was like to be there. Like if you're watching a Hate 5-6 video, you're like, yeah, this shit fucking owns. I should have been there. But if you're just watching like somebody's phone recording, one, the sound is going to be ass, and two, you're not going to like the ambiance of the room is going to be compressed and elevated so high that it doesn't really give you a good impression of what it might be like to actually be there.
I'm going to call you after every set and get you to tell me that.
Okay.
Because I hate watching people's phone videos of me. I'm like,
no, there's a post show. We always like go through all of the Instagram videos. And we're like, no, the sound on his phone's busted.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, like that's just what it is.
Square reader's in. The square reader's in.
I love watching phone videos of Bummer Hill sets because it's like, oh, that's me.
Right. Yeah, no, I do love that. Is the part that I love where I'm like, oh, that's me.
That's me up there.
But like when it sounds bad, I need to call you and you can just be like, all right, so the compression of the room, and I'll be like, okay, cool.
It sounds a lot better in person. So like that might be a thing.
I do know this, Dawson, as someone who's gone to concerts.
No, yeah,
played
like
concerts.
I'm
and
just saying,
videos
like
of concerts.
It might be. I'm not trying
this
to.
This is
like,
one of the classic mansplaining episodes.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Why don't you get cozy?
I'm just trying to say you can't like. His vocals probably sound tremendous when they're not blowing out the phone.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Trust me. You know what? Someone should buy me a ticket to Fall Out Boy.
Let's all get Maddie a ticket to a Fall Out Boy show.
Well,
all right, everyone.
I think that
donate to the show, and we'll give all the money to Maddie so she can go to the show.
We got to launch the Patreon so that we can maybe go to a show.
Yeah,
we do a live podcast
at the show.
At the show.
We'll get lawn seats or something.
Yeah. You know, I made fun of a lot of white women for the Eras Tour shit, but this is kind of my Eras Tour. You know?
This is kind of your Eras. Fall Out Boy should have done like an Eras. Next tour, they should next summer. Okay, Fall Out Boy's manager, if you're listening to this, I know you are. Yeah. Call me up. We can discuss the Fall Out Boy Eras tour.
Omnipresent Fall Out Boy manager. What's your name?
The guy
Hello.
the guy who screamed live on
Is it Chris?
Yeah, it's Chris. Yeah.
Hey Chris.
No, Doug.
Oh, it's not the Hey Chris from it's not Chris from Hey Chris, you were our only friend.
I mean, as far as I know, Doug's still their manager, but no, Doug from. Oh, your mic is all fucked up. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It was crackling a bunch. I'll cut it out, but it's fine. No, Doug from Doug Does Decadence. Is that what his name? Is that what we settled on his name was? No, it's not Doug. Shout out Doug Zone. They did come to an episode. They did come to the Austin show of the Down Boys tour. Shout out Doug Zone, the only podcast 100% dedicated to Doug Walker. They just talk about Doug Walker every single episode. It's very impressive.
That's so
Shout
awesome.
out Doug Zone.
How do you have that much? Like, well, I guess he's been doing it for like 12 years.
He's been doing it for so long, and you have that whole Wall movie thing. Yeah, where he's trying to make fun of Pink Floyd. It's like,
I know.
Why are you taking shots at this? It's 30 years old.
It's
You have
30
no idea
years
what we're
old.
talking about.
I don't. Can we talk about the song we're supposed to talk about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure.
That's
We'll
like
get to
the
that.
point of this podcast.
Yeah.
What song are we talking about, Carson?
Oh boy, Dawson. Oh,
The Boy Dawson.
Oh boy. Oh, the boy Dawson.
That's
Boy
me.
Dawson, girl Dawson.
Nope.
You are kind of girl Dawson.
I'm
though.
not.
What does that mean? Whitney
No,
Jordan
I'm not.
is Girl Dawson. If you know anything
That's valid.
about Dawson
That's
lore.
yeah. Girl Dawson.
We are the same person.
Girl Dawson's kind of the demiurge, I think, from Christian Gnosticism.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking
I don't
about.
know what the fuck I'm talking
The
about. either.
demiurge?
The demiurge, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Never mind.
The song we're talking about today is So Much for Stardust. I really got to keep y'all in line on this
Yeah.
one.
Wow.
You never have before. What made you start now?
Y'all have just been off the rails.
So
We
much
have
for
been kinda off the
Stardust,
rails,
and
huh?
here's a snippet, and it's over.
Oh, we went a little longer that time.
I was waiting for you to finish
Oh,
it
you were
off.
waiting for me to do it? Okay,
Yeah.
let's try again.
All right. So much for Stardust. Here's a snippet.
Bye, it's over.
It's Jover.
Bye, it's Jover.
It's so Jover.
It's so Jover.
It's so Jover, guys.
Okay, all right. For the rest of the podcast, if there is a word that is like go or so or over, we have to say
Joe Much for
so
Stardust.
much for Stardust.
That's
Oh,
gonna
that's what,
get
you
so
should, that's what we should
annoying.
call it.
Joe much for Stardust.
Yes.
Okay,
Joe is on this song.
Joe's on the whole album.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's very proud of the album.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie, initial thoughts on this song. What did you think of it? Was this your first time hearing it today?
No. I've listened to this album a few times through. I haven't been like as over the moon about this whole album. I feel like as many
Joe
people.
over the moon.
I haven't been as Joe over the moon. I think it's a perfectly adequate and fine Fall Out Boy album. It really has not made me revisit it that
Sure.
often. I don't vehemently hate it as much as some more recent Fall Out Boy albums.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sure.
I don't know, first impressions of the song, I was trying to look up and see if there was an acoustic version of this song
Why?
because I don't like a lot of the production choices that are on the song.
Whoa.
This song.
This song specifically, you don't like?
Well,
how-
most of the album, but I was like maybe if I listened to I was trying to see on YouTube if there was an acoustic version, if it was just Patrick playing a guitar and singing, and see if I like the song as it is by itself. I think the lyrics, there's some moments that could be cooler. The song could have been punched up a little bit more and made cooler in some places, but I think it's a pretty decent to good song. Like I'll give it a 6 or 7 out of 10.
We're not even rating it yet. You
Oh, is
can't-
that
That's
a
at the
thing that
end
y'all
of
do
the
do?
that at the end.
Yes,
Oh!
you've been on this
Been
show
on.
so many times.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm played by
You're
your
for-
rules. I don't
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's our show.
I don't
Like-
Joe. It's just okay. We'll bleep that out. I said my rating.
No, you have to
It's
live
fine.
with your mistake
Yeah.
forever.
Honestly, I can
We'll
change my
bleep
mind
that.
by the end of this, but
We'll bleep that out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that's a stretch.
I don't know if that one works.
What are
You
you?
don't Joe if that one works.
God damn it.
What are y'all's jots?
It just has a Joe in it. Like it's
Yeah. Okay. I fucking love this song. I think this song is.
You fucking love it?
Yes, absolutely. I fucking love it. I think this song's great.
You fucking love. Never mind.
no.
No, it's not gonna work. Don't even try. Don't even try me, buddy. I think this song's Joe good. There's Joe much going on. I can't keep this up. I'm gonna have to drop it. I'm gonna have to drop it.
This is so fucked up.
Joe fucked up.
God damn it.
This is how I feel about Hardly Know Her.
Okay, but that one's funny.
No, it is funny. So is this one.
Joe is this one.
We're never gonna get through this episode. All right. I think this song's great. I think that the production choices, I think I would say the production choices are the most minimal on this song compared to the rest of the record. I don't really know what you're referring to because like this is an all real drum song. There's like no fake drums whatsoever.
It's more like I don't like the way his vocals are done. Ever.
What about it? What about? I don't understand what you're getting at because he sounds amazing on this song.
It's not that he doesn't sound amazing. It's just like something about like I'm just so used to like to me I think vocally he peaked on like Infinity on High. Not just like him as a vocalist, but the way that those vocals sound, that's just what I want Fall Out Boy vocals to sound like. Also, I think the little orchestral part in the beginning of the song or wherever it shows up to, I think that was kind of phoned in.
What
kind of joned in.
About?
It was
God damn it. This is a good way of like taking out the tension, I will say. Like,
it feels like they went to their producer and they were like, okay, put some orchestral shit in these 4 notes or whatever, like, and just called it a day. You know what I mean?
No,
you're crackling a lot, by the way, buddy. There you go.
Oh, brother.
Okay, then what do y'all think?
I'm
argue.
gonna disagree with you on the orchestral thing because this song is, I believe, meant to mirror Love from the Other Side.
Yep.
Well, yeah, it's got the little lyric.
Yeah,
thing.
and Love from the Other Side also begins with little orchestral piano thing, and like that goes into the rest of the song. And this is like a more stripped back version of what starts on Love from the Other Side. It's a lot more solemn.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more like, it's a lot sadder. I think that here's what I'm going to say, and this is by no means a shot at you, but I think that if this was
What are you taking shots at me for?
I said it's by no means
You're taking
a shot
shots
at
at me.
I'm shooting
not
you with a
taking a
gun.
shot
I'm
at
killing you. I'm killing you.
I'm not taking a jot at you. No.
It's not the bit. You just
Not
put
the
J
bit.
in front. No, it's not. Joe. It's not how it works.
It's not how it
Fine,
works.
fine. Jute me.
The title of this episode is gonna be "We're Joe fucking back."
We're Joe fucking back. No, Joe. I think that if this was a different band doing that orchestral part, you would like it.
I gotta be honest. I feel like I'm pretty like.
It does not feel phoned in. It's very clearly like real strings. It's like it's a quartet for sure too. It's like not like a big string section, and I think it leads into the song perfectly. I mean,
I feel like at this point in rockstery, it's just we've heard this. We've heard a little orchestral quartet.
name another one.
Oh, there's some. There's
Oh,
Jum.
I'm sure there is.
It doesn't work.
They're around. You can't tell me you've
Name
never
one.
heard.
Name one.
I can't. You asked me to. I can't. But
Exactly.
I'm just saying. It doesn't feel like super intentional.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody doesn't have an orchestral string quartet.
They got
intro.
strings in there.
Yeah, there's strings in like
The song's
every
like-
song.
10 minutes long. They got every instrument in there at some point.
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah.
Every single instrument ever.
Yeah. They got the didgeridoo on there.
Do they really?
Yeah, it's way in the back though.
I don't think you're telling the truth.
What do you mean? I've never lied a day in my life.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, we promised 100% no lies on this podcast, right? Yeah.
All fact.
Oh, you're crackling
No.
again. It sounds so bad. Jesus fucking Christ.
I think I just need to tape the cable in.
Joe lies 100% fact all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
Regardless, I've not really felt compelled to return to this song very much.
This is the song on the album I return the most to. I play this song. I listen to this song like once a day. I love this song. Are you saying that's cap? Are you saying that's cap?
It's
Are you saying
just
he's capping?
okay. Like,
It's just Joe K.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is it not funny anymore?
Just
the
Joe
bit,
K.
The bit not get.
Is it just Joe K?
Dawson, you haven't said much about this. What are your thoughts on
Yeah,
this
what are your
song?
thoughts?
Is it audacious of me to say that this is one of their best songs they've ever written?
No, it's not, because I
That's
agree with you.
jawdacious.
Audacious. Carson has
Not
put
gonna
his
get
mic
through this
down.
podcast.
Listen, the three of us can get to be haters together after this because of
true.
what we have planned after this.
Oh,
We don't
our
have anything
plans.
planned after this. What are you talking about?
Yeah, nothing planned whatsoever.
Nothing is planned.
I have nothing
Um,
planned.
That's the bit is like the O sound, the O vowel, not just the letter O. Are you telling
Is Jot
me?
just the
No, Joe.
Stop torturing my boy over here.
Oh.
My boy, fucking. But yeah, this song. I hadn't listened to this or any of the other tracks on this album in maybe a couple of months.
Because you didn't like the album very much?
No, not because of that. Because I have been spamming the shit out of like one artist at a time.
Yeah, but if you liked the album, you'd probably listen to it.
I like a lot of albums that I don't listen to sometimes.
That's weird.
What are you talking about?
No, when
Do
I
you
like
listen to-
albums, I listen to them.
Do you listen to every single album that you ever like in rotation constantly?
In a way, she does, because she listens to her daily mixes on Spotify and doesn't like actually pull up albums. She
I
just
do both.
yeah.
It's
It's mostly Mitski.
I do Joe.
too.
usually what happens.
It's mostly what?
Mitski.
Oh, I do.
You know
listen.
I'm right. I'm correct.
I thought you said it's mostly mid, like you were calling my music
no,
taste
I said it's
mid.
mostly Mitski.
Anyway, sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
It's okay, Smile. Usually what happens is I will listen to one album or artist in particular on repeat for at least a week straight. Right now it's looking like it's probably going to be Joji. Before this it was Wallows. Before that it was the 1975. Before that it was Loathe. Before that
So it's never been Fall Out Boy.
It has been Fall Out Boy.
It has.
It was
Did
for-
you just start this podcast the week that it was Fall Out Boy?
No.
Joe.
No, it's like it makes sense to me because like sometimes I'll listen to somebody and I'm like, damn, I don't want to listen to literally anything else.
That's Joe K.
Yeah.
Stop,
I know. It's not even funny to me anymore.
Joe. It's Jot. Yeah.
But why are we talking about that? What's
I don't know. This is
Okay.
your
I don't know
podcast.
how we
Oh
got
yeah,
here.
I'm
you
just- I'm
you
just
asked
here.
me if I didn't like the album. No, I do like the album.
Because you said you hadn't revisited it in months.
Yeah,
And
that's
it came
because
out
I've
months
been
ago.
I've been on some other shit.
Yeah, how about you worry about you? Worry about your own money, goddamn
How
it.
about you worry about your
Bag
grind?
watching.
Yeah, you're
Back
watching.
watcher over here.
Yeah,
Believe this
you're
guy?
crackling. You're crackling.
Ow, I'm gonna kill someone.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm going to kill you.
I'm going to kill
you
you.
listening to this right now. Hey, Ryan, you listening to this podcast right now. I'm going to kill you.
Is it a specific Ryan, or there's probably a guy named Ryan who you're going to kill?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan Hall.
No.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to kill him either.
Ryan White, I'm coming for you.
Hide your ass.
Hide your ass, Ryan White. Anyway.
No, I don't think it's audacious to call this one of their best songs. I think that this is like, I'll also give it this. It's their best title track too. They only have 3, but this is like a great.
What's it between? Oh, well, the
American,
other 2 are dog ass. So yeah.
Save Rock and Roll is a good song.
No.
It's not as good as this, but Save Rock and Roll is a good song.
Save Rock and Roll is a better song.
In what way? In what way?
It is.
Disagree.
It's a better Jong.
I don't.
Stop.
I don't agree with that.
It is an Elton John feature.
On a fundamental Elton John being on a song does not make it good. Like, that fucker has put out so much bad music before on top of his classics.
Dude, he's put out way more good music than you have.
Whoa.
Yeah, by sheer
I don't think
volume.
you can judge.
I can judge whatever the fuck I want. This is America. I live in a free country. Freedom ain't free.
And he's from that gay place.
Atlanta.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. You're right, actually.
No, I think Save Rock and Roll is a better song. Actually, I think the chorus of Save Rock and Roll is like one of the coolest things I've ever written. I think it's amazing.
You've ever written.
I didn't write it.
You said one of the coolest things I've ever written.
They've
No,
ever
she
written.
didn't. No, they've ever written.
I said they've ever written.
I heard I've.
I didn't. Well, I didn't write it. I'll admit to that.
Let's go ahead and replay the podcast. All right, we don't know.
Yep, because we're recording this live and we have no way to tell.
Yeah, we have no way to tell. How sad.
That's crazy.
I mean, I think that like the one criticism I can give this song. I mean, I have a couple things, but like the chorus is only 2 lyrics. The chorus is so much for Stardust. I thought we had it all.
It's a little basic lyrically, I feel like.
Me when I thought we had it all.
I really like both verses. Except for the pre-chorus of the second verse, which we can hop into lyrics now if you guys want. I am just gonna go ahead and say like the production on this song is the best production on this album.
Mm-hmm.
The higher tuned snare that Andy is using for the verses of this song,
yeah,
so good,
sounds
pops so
awesome.
Great. And then the standard snare that they've been using for the rest of the record pops up. For the choruses, which I think is such a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
The outro with the backup singers on this song is so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like Patrick is like directing them, which is really fun. I thought that was great.
I don't know if he was, but I do know that those background singers are, like they worked on the new Indiana Jones movie.
What? How do you know that?
Because I went to the listening party for this album.
That's right.
With Patrick's commentary. And he was like, yeah, I originally did all of those backup vocals myself. And then we brought in the people who just did the new Indiana Jones and they did it way better.
Nice. Nice.
That's a fun fact.
That is a fun fact. Yeah. I wonder what they do in the new Indiana Jones.
Music.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Is there songs in? It's not a musical.
No, they
that would be crazy.
They
if
did,
Indiana
they did
Jones
like
was
the,
a musical.
I'm buying tickets day
They did
one.
like the choir vocals in the score of that movie.
Oh, okay. Now I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because people who just did the new Indiana Jones movie, are you saying the director did the back? Like, that's what I was thinking.
No. That would be very funny though.
Let's go ahead and get into lyrics.
Okay.
Because I really, really loved. I just really like this song. And I mean, it pains me to hear you call it a 6. Maddie, but
Well, don't spoil it. We
You
haven't
already
read it.
said it.
You're bleeping that out.
How do you
What?
know?
Yeah. How do you
Well,
know?
Backseat gamer over here.
Whoa.
Can you believe this guy?
inside baseball.
Inside gamer right here. Game Informer. Magazine. Did you know Smosh came back? All right, let's get to
Oh
the
yeah, that's
song.
Oomphy.
That's our boy.
That's
yeah.
Bae.
Shout out Anthony.
Shout out Anthony.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about the lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go into the lyrics.
Are y'all also on the Genius page?
Yeah, we're always on the Genius page.
Genius pages and the highest intelligence Genius contributors.
It's like you don't even listen to the show.
It's like you have never.
It's like
been
you've
on
never
the show.
listened to the show once.
What
We
are you
talk
talk-
about this every week. We talk about the Genius annotations every week.
Can I
dog.
bring up one of the annotations?
Of course you
Yeah.
can. That's our favorite thing to do.
At the end of the first verse, there's a lyric about permafrost,
Yeah.
and it's highlighted. And if you click it, there's a photo of what permafrost looks like.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
We've been doing that joke for 17 episodes, dude. we've been
So
we've
fucking
been on this. Yeah, I mean it's hilarious.
A reference to the first line of being in a winter mood.
Dreaming of spring
Wow.
now. These lyrics are basic, but I think I just like the way that they roll off the tongue so much that I'm not really paying attention to how basic they are.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully, I think Fall Out Boy is very back with their lyrics. I think Pete
Sure.
Wentz has finally knocked off whatever the fuck was wrong with him
Yeah.
and is, actually contributing to his band
Sure.
in a meaningful way.
He's not on goober mode anymore.
And you know what? I think that's what this song is about. I think not about being on goober mode, but I think this song
This song is about being on goober mode.
this song's about All right.
Goober, I hardly know her. Let's go, team. It's just too easy.
It's I guess so. No, I think this song is about like cementing, like feeling like your legacy is being, like you've ruined your legacy with bad records and bad art.
Mm-hmm.
That is the vibe that I catch off of this song.
That's an interesting reading, for
Yeah.
sure.
What do you think it's about? I do want to point out I'm stuck in a Joan-Lee loop. Just want to throw that out there. That's it. If I didn't get that off, I was gonna lose my mind. What's your read on it, Maddie?
What do I think?
What are your thoughts?
What are your thoughts, buddy?
How many do you have, and what
What's
are
your
their names?
secrets?
I
The
don't
woods
know.
are
I
lonely, dark,
like
and
this.
deep.
It really just it didn't evoke that much out of me. I guess it does feel like something, you swing and you miss. I feel like is kind of the overall mood of the song.
Sure. And
That
would you
actually,
not-
Carson, your perspective genuinely gave me a little bit more of an interest in this song.
Yeah.
Because I
mean,
think that's a well thought out
Yeah. No. I mean
read of it.
that is what it feels like to me. Is like I'm in the opening lyric. I'm in a winter mood, dreaming of spring now. Just like, to me, that evokes something that they've all like. This gets brought up on Infinity and Foley a lot, of them talking about just like, and I mean it's on my favorite song as well. Is like this kind of you only want what you can't have
Mm-hmm.
type of thing, which I think is like something that Pete Wentz really likes writing about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's I'm in a winter mood, dreaming of spring, like being like I'm in this solemn, solitary thing, and like whatever is not going on is what I want. Like, even though I'm in this winter mood,
We
I'd
just put
rather
out
it be
Mania,
spring.
and
Yeah.
I'm thinking about how we put out Infinity a while ago.
Exactly. No, that's kind of how I read that. And then I feel like something that's been stretched out over and over again. It feels like to me that's like sort of to me that feels like a line meaning like they were the archetype for this type of music for a little while, and like they've stayed past their welcome multiple times at this point. Is what that lyric reads to me like. And the stars are the same as ever, but I don't have the guts to keep it together. Like, I mean, it just all that this is what this song reads to me as, is like this just like solemn reading of just like fuck, like and I'm gonna go ahead and compare it to Weezer's comeback single, Back to the Shack, where Rivers Cuomo says, "Thought I'd get a new audience, I forgot that disco sucks." It's like, it's almost a 1-to-1, but this is a much better song than Back to the Shack. This is a much more solemn reading of that. And there's so many lines in the second verse that I love. I love the "I need the sound of crowds" or "I can't fall asleep at night." And you know, during the interview process for this record, they were talking a lot about how like this record was made under the pressure of like they were worried that people were going to stop showing up. Like that's what Patrick and Pete talk a lot about in the Zane Lowe interview, is they were just like, we did not know what to do because we were so worried about people just like never showing up again. Another year of possibilities left unwrapped, like the gifts the day right after Christmas passed, and I'm pretty positive my pain isn't cool enough. That line's awesome.
Crazy.
That line's so crazy. Yeah, I mean, like that's just all these lines kind of play into my theory that is what this song is about. And it kind of gives me a new reading on Love from the Other Side, since it shares lyrics with that. And I think the apocalypse that they're referring to is the end of the band's popularity in that song, less than some kind of like COVID apocalypse or something like that. Like this song kind of gives Love from the Other Side this like new meaning. I mean, it quite literally is its sister song. It's great. The lyrics kind of make this song along with the production for me. So
yeah,
maybe not just the band's popularity, like with the apocalypse thing that you're saying, it because I feel like the
band ending too. Yeah.
Well, no, that's
too.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like the kind of appearances and lack of appearances of Joe have kind of been writing on the wall of like there's clearly some sort of tension in there.
Yeah.
And I think clearly they're doing something respectful about it, and everybody is like acting in good faith about whatever made Joe want to leave.
It seems, because I mean, like, unless something has drastically changed since Mania, they have talked about like as recent as Mania, they haven't talked about it in any interviews recently. They talk about how they split profits exactly 4 ways. Like, it doesn't matter who writes the songs. It's like, it's always an equal 4 ways. So like, in my opinion, something has to be going on so badly creatively for Joe to be like, yeah, fuck this, I don't want to do it. Like,
well, Joe talked about that. Like he said,
none of us have read the book, have we?
No.
I was thinking we could probably do that for like a Patreon thing.
Oh, that would be really cool too.
Yeah,
I've been very curious about reading the book.
But he said, I don't remember where he said it. It's probably in his book. He talked about how with Mania especially, he just felt like they weren't writing the songs that he was excited about and that they wanted to write. Specifically,
he said they tried to make everything a hit on that record, and that's why none of it ended up being a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, like, it's honestly, like, creative differences like that are a pretty valid and overwhelming reason to want to leave a band.
Oh, 1,000%.
I mean, I'd be embarrassed to play the Mania songs every night.
Yeah.
No matter how much you're paying me.
I mean, that's why they only play one, and I think it's the strongest one.
Which one?
I mean, Last of the Real Ones. I mean, and I don't even really think that song's like spectacular. I think that song just has like a really good chorus. And I mean, like, that's one of the songs where I have to disconnect Fall Out Boy from it. Like, I have to just think of it as like, oh, this is a Hot Shell Ray comeback single. You know what I mean? Like, I have to just put Fall Out Boy's legacy out of my head to enjoy that song.
Yeah.
Which, therefore makes it, not a very good Fall Out Boy song. But, yeah, I mean, like, to me, like, I feel like and I think this album is a lot of it just kind of proves my point, is like, I don't think that they want to do anything anymore that only two of them are interested in.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're kind of back to being this like all for one for all thing. And they talked a little bit about in the Zane Lowe interview, they talked a little bit about how like when they came back from the hiatus, Joe had like become this like full-fledged writer.
Mm-hmm.
And like they were just like, oh shit, like you never wrote anything before though, so like, and like they weren't really giving him an equal say creatively until this record.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of think of this record as like more
We're Joe back.
We're Joe
back.
Yeah. We were making the joke earlier, but here he is.
Yeah. The joke.
What? Yeah. No, I'm talking a lot. You go ahead, Dawson.
Okay. I agree with your read on the song. I don't think Genius does, but what the fuck do they know? Especially with the chorus. So much for Stardust. We thought we had it all, and like that also just reads like we had this idea of what our legacy was like, but now that we're here, it doesn't seem like it's panning out that way.
Yeah.
Which is super cool songwriting wise and like really interesting to write about.
There's a couple songs that kind of allude to that on like Flu Game. That song is like a call, like there's a line that calls back to Carpal Tunnel, or like that line in Carpal Tunnel that's like get house calls from a former self saying how you've been. That line is like ties into that last night I dreamt I still knew you, and like the like whole like I thought I knew who I was, but I'm like definitely like it's definitely just I'm not that person anymore, and I'm not like this like creative monolith that can just like make anything and everybody praises it.
Yeah.
I Am My Own Muse has that too. I mean, like it's a very reflective record, and I gotta be real, I don't think the fan base is reading it that way at all. I think they're like, oh, it's a concept record about a guy. Like it's like, all right, no, I don't think
I don't see it as a concept record at all.
I don't see it as a concept record at all. I see it
as
very
if
much
it's a concept record,
solemn late career read of just like, what the fuck have we been doing?
If it's a concept record, how the fuck does So Good Right Now fit into the story of it?
Yeah, no.
Like that's a fucking, like, we'll get more into that when that episode comes around, but that song is like, that song sounds like it would be in the credits of a new Pixar movie.
Yeah.
Like, and not a particularly good
I still
one.
kind of like that song. I'll be real. All right. Yeah.
But I also wanted to comment on how this recontextualizes Love from the Other Side, because the last time we talked about that song was when it came out. The rest of this album wasn't out yet. So we didn't have this context. And we were like, it's a lockdown song, which it might still be in some aspect. But treating these two songs as sister songs both recontextualizes both of them and kind of elevates them in my eyes, especially because now that I'm thinking about it, the lines, they open the song with model house life let down, still a modern dream let down, it kills me. That could also read as like, we had this this dream that we wanted to hit, and then now we're not there anymore.
Yeah.
Like, and then sending my love from the other side could be sending retroactive love to my past self, reminding you to like appreciate the time that you're in right now, because it doesn't last, and we're not there right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like,
this song's so good.
Yeah, this song's really good. Like, I mean,
that's a good read on that, Dawson.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, and just the pretty positive, my pain isn't cool enough line is like,
yeah.
I mean, that could be interpreted multiple ways of like now this way that they used to write songs is like outdated, and now like the popular rock music is like Machine Gun Kelly having like fake pain. I could read it as that, or you could read it as like I'm not that person anymore and I'm not cool anymore. Like that is the other way that I read that. And then like the line that calls back to Love from the Other Side is what would you trade the pain for? I'm not sure. And like, I mean, they did trade their pain for, you know, being the biggest band in the world when they were, you know, 29 or whatever. So you know, there's lots of different ways to read this. So yeah. What you got, Maddie?
Oh, nothing. No, just on the topic of the kind of the lyrical callbacks. Did y'all see the one about the another year of possibilities left unwrapped, like gifts the day right after Christmas passed, and like there's like
the ribbon on my wrist says "Do not open before Christmas."
Very interesting callback. Well, I think it's really interesting the way that like I feel like Fall Out Boy, you could almost put together like, I don't know, a dictionary of little tiny references and phrases that are so consistent throughout their entire discography and like get mentioned every now and then. And you can like, I don't know, you can just make these little connections like that across different eras. And I think that's really interesting for them lyrically.
Even if some of them are just coincidental, like they like that imagery, it's still very interesting how each one of them pops up, and like it usually doesn't feel like cheap or like a throwaway callback or something like that.
I don't even think they're doing it. Probably is coincidental, but I think it just speaks to like that's how much of a honed voice is like that their lyrics for the most part. They've also had some real dog shit lyrics before. Yeah. But I will say, of my criticisms of this whole entire album, I feel like their lyrics are like just way better than they have been.
Oh, yeah.
Since probably Save Rock and Roll. And even on Save Rock and Roll, I thought some of the lyrics were bad.
I think these lyrics are like obnoxiously better than Save Rock and Roll. And I gotta be real, like, there's some like all-timers on this record. Like, for real. There's some serious bangers on this record, and I'll save that for when we get to those songs. But I do think the Pretty Positive My Pain Isn't Cool Enough line is an all-timer, just an absolute all-time banger.
Yeah,
I would call this one of their best songs, and they haven't played it live yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be pretty soon.
I'm surprised they haven't.
Yeah, me too.
This would be a great song to like be the closer,
and then they come back,
and they do the encore. They do like I don't know, Thanks for the Memories and Saturday or something.
That would be such a good idea.
Well, so the thing is like they have closed their set with the same last 3 songs for the last few years, and I don't think they're planning on changing that.
Just make this the 4th last song.
That's what I'm saying.
No. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is like. Yeah, no, I agree with Maddie. It's like great to close out, and then you come back for the encore and they play My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark and Centuries and
My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark. Not a bad song.
Do you think it's better than this song?
Be very careful what you say here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I My Songs Know is like fine. I think it's a great comeback single.
I think it's dreadful.
Yeah,
you think it's dreadful?
I think it sucks ass and balls and dick and cock.
All of those?
All of those at on's.
All of those? All of Joe's?
It's not even an O in that word.
Hey, Carson, is your laptop okay?
Just sleeping. Just
okay.
snoozing.
I gotta wiggle my cursor.
Oh.
Callback.
What
the fuck?
You may remember a few episodes ago.
More than that was like episode 6.
Can you wiggle my goddamn cursor?
Jennyways.
Anyways, yeah. Talking about my mom?
No.
Okay. Jenny Pace?
Mm-mm.
Her name could be Jenny Ways.
I'm talking about my friend Jen who lives in California.
I wasn't talking about either of those people.
Okay,
Why?
that's fine.
I was trying to get us back on topic, and then we've...
Jopic? Just back on topic.
Well, speaking of the topic, do we have anything else to say about it? We've been going for over an hour.
I have a funny Reddit thing.
Okay.
For Jover an hour.
Or Jover an hour.
It's Joe funny.
This is a fucked up bit for terrible people.
I have two Reddit things, I believe. This is from 3 days ago. When they walk off stage, they have been like over the PA speakers. They've been playing an elevator music style rendition of this song.
Oh, that's funny.
Interesting.
Very fun.
I kind of like that. That's a fun little.
I would very much like to hear it. I hope it gets some kind of official release because they have also been playing "We Didn't Start the Fire" before they go on stage.
Wait, the real version of "We Didn't Start the Fire"?
No, their version.
Oh,
I know we'll get to it.
We're almost there. Yeah.
Whatever artistic respectability that I think Fall Out Boy has earned back with me with this latest record, I think it's dashed to bits with this.
Listen,
we didn't start the fire cover.
We're going to get to that song at some point. I sure hope no dark magic possesses this podcast in the wheel and forces us to do that next episode. That would be deeply fucked up. But anyway, did you have more?
Yeah.
Right?
This might be mean.
What?
Well, if it's mean, we'll just cut it.
It's a post on r/Fall Out Boy titled, "I've converted my boyfriend. I, 36 female, told my boyfriend, 50 male, about how much I wished I could see Fall Out Boy live. I'd been coming down from a really sad divorce, and he bought us tickets to the Bonner Spring show as a YOLO gift."
A Jolo.
A Jolo gift. I jolted him. I was worried. I was worried he didn't know FOB job. So it wouldn't be as fun. Joe, it wouldn't be as fun. He only knew Centuries and My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark because of Sports Ball, but had heard some others. I lost my mind at the concert and danced and shouted and had the best time. When we left, he said that was one of the best shows I've ever seen and bought tickets for the Denver July 9th show, and now we're going. He texted me yesterday that he found the playlist on Spotify and is, quote-unquote, practicing. I know there's criticism that people don't want those songs in the tour, but those are gateway songs. I told him I'd send him a playlist of my faves from each album, and he keeps singing This Ain't a Scene, which is a fave of mine. He also said he'll learn Thanks for the Memories because that's the one I really lost my mind to at Bonner Springs.
That just sounds like a
Why are we
lovely
reading?
little
This
story.
is nice. I'm really happy for them.
It also got marked as, which this very rarely happens in the Fall Out Boy subreddit, it got marked as NSFW.
Oh, no, I think the whole sub is marked as NSFW.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, for like the Reddit blackout thing.
Oh.
Which we don't got to get into.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to.
Who cares?
I was gonna say, I didn't know you were on the Fall Out Boy subreddit.
You've been on 3
there
episodes
every
of this podcast.
episode.
We go on it every episode.
Y'all are gaslighting me at this
What are you
point.
fucking
we don't,
talking
we're not
about?
We've
fucking
never.
gaslighting you.
You're
we do this
gaslighting.
You're
every episode.
making that word up.
You're gaslighting me. All right, let's go ahead and rate this thing and get out of here. Maddie, what you got?
I'll give it a 7.
We did it, team.
We did it.
We did it,
folks.
everyone.
We did it, folks.
We did it, Joe.
We got her.
You-
Jokes. That's terrible. God.
Yeah. So do you think you like it a little more than when this episode started?
I think I do.
All right.
I
Let's
think
go.
I do. That was what.
Let's
that was,
fucking Joe.
That's.
Let's fucking Joe. We're Joe fucking back.
What do y'all rate it though?
10.
You give it a 10?
Yeah.
I wouldn't give it a 10.
After discussing the lyrics, I would give it a 10. Yeah.
What
you got,
9.
Cool. All right.
Strong 9.
Is this podcast Jover?
This
It's about to
podcast
be.
is Jover, but
Jover and out.
We gotta
and
spin
Jout.
the wheel.
we got
Oh,
on the wheel.
spin the wheel.
And by spin the wheel, I mean you gotta spin the wheel since you're the guest this week, as is usual. That's what usually happens on normal episodes.
Hang on. Sorry, I gotta go to my spin the wheel app.
Yeah, we gotta wait for Carson to pull up the wheel.
The wheel is just we didn't start the fire 100 times.
Hang on.
That would
We'll
be
get to
funny,
that.
wouldn't it?
We'll get to that. Hang on.
While you're pulling that up, I might as well just roll out the red carpet.
Go for
in
it, buddy.
case everyone stops listening after we spin the wheel.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for listening. If you have listened this far, and even if you haven't, you can't hear me, but thanks anyway. Follow our bands. Carson and Maddie's is at Callous Boys on Twitter, at the Callous Boys on Instagram. Mine is at Bummerhill ATL on Twitter, at Bummerhill on Instagram. Follow this podcast on Twitter at The Dreaded Wheel. We might get more social media at some point. Who knows? And Who Joes. And follow Maddie at LineMate666 on at least Twitter. I feel
On
like.
Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm at Madeline Caffrey on Instagram.
Yeah. Follow her and Venmo me $5.
Awesome. Maddie, would you care to do the honors?
Oh, wow. It's just one circle that says we didn't start the fire.
That's literally
No,
not
hit
true.
the thing. Hit the thing. We got to. Okay, show it to us.
What is
What
it?
do
What
we
is it?
got?
What is it?
What is it? What is it? What is it?
Oh! Yeah, I don't think the song's bad.
Oh my god.
It's Death Valley.
It's,
We got Death
From
Valley, and we will
Save
be,
Rock and Roll.
We will be doing that in 2 weeks, because surprise, motherfuckers, we're doing an emergency episode about We Didn't Start the Fire.
did you really think we weren't gonna fucking bring it up?
All right, you want to just roll into it from this?
Do you want to start a new file? to
Yeah,
make
let's
things
start a new
easier?